H-Town, hold it down. Welcome into Texans Today. I am Will Scott. It is my last day here at Chat Sports. I'm thinking, man, what do I want to do for my last Texans Today show? So I'm going to leave y'all with 5 bold predictions I have for the Texans season. What is a bold prediction you have for the Texans season? Let me know down in the comments section. What do you think is going to happen in the Texans season that probably most people don't think is going to happen? I'll say this. Most people probably don't think the Texans are going to win 8+ games. I do. I think this Texans team can absolutely be in the playoff conversation. Maybe not make the playoffs, but win 8 or 9 games, at least be in the playoff picture graphic on ESPN toward Week 17 or so. Because this is a manageable schedule, right? The Texans got a lot better as a football team. And when I break down the schedule, I see a lot of wins on this schedule for the Houston Texans. I think this is a very gettable schedule, a lot of winnable games as we break down the schedule. Baltimore Week 1 is going to be tough on the road. I don't think the Texans win that. But Week 2 at home against Indy, they should win that. Week 3 in Jacksonville, that might be tough. Week 4 at home against Pittsburgh, that's a winnable game. That's when J.J. Watt goes to the Ring of Honor, so the Texans definitely aren't losing that game. Week 5 against producer Nick Roloff's Falcons Today channel, I don't think they lose that game. Week 6 at home against the Saints, that's a toss-up. Week 8 in Carolina, C.J. Stroud against Bryce Young, that's going to be unbelievable. Week 9, you face a Tampa Bay Buccaneers team at home that's supposed to be very bad. You don't win in Cincinnati Week 10, sorry. Week 11, that's a pretty winnable game, obviously, against Arizona. You have 3 straight home games there, Week 11 through Week 13. Maybe you win all 3 of those games. Week 14 in the Meadowlands against New York. Weather's probably going to be pretty chilly. That's going to be tough. Week 15 in Tennessee. Might be a toss-up there. Week 16 against Deshaun Watson in Cleveland at home. And then you finish against the Titans at home and against the Colts on the road. In my initial record prediction video that went out the day after the schedule was released, I had the Texans going 9-8. That was my initial reaction to the schedule. And I went into that video saying, man, I'm probably going to have the Texans at like 7-10, which still I think most of us would be pretty happy with 7 wins. That's over the Vegas total. I think the over-under there is 6.5. So when you look at this Texans schedule, I see 8 or 9 wins. I really do. I have the Texans going 9-8 this year. Give me your prediction. How many games will the Texans win in 2023? Let me know down in the comment section. How many games will the Texans win this season? If they win 8 or 9 games, I believe they're going to finish second in the AFC South, because had they won 8 games last year, they would have been second in this division. Taking a look at last year's standings, the Texans were at the bottom with a 3-13-1 record. The Jags won the division, winning their last couple of games to make the playoffs at 9-8. Tennessee, they collapsed down the stretch. They finished 7-10, and then the Colts at 4-12. So I think we can all agree Jacksonville's probably the favorite to win this division again. But when you look at who could finish second in this division, I think it's going to be the Texans. The Texans got a lot better as a football team. You look at some of the free agency signings, you look at the draft picks, and then, of course, this new coaching staff led by the godsend that is DeMeco Ryans. The Titans and the Colts, meanwhile, they regressed. The Colts drafted Anthony Richardson. I'm not really sold on him. I think he can be good, but he's got a lot to prove. He's kind of a project. And then the Titans, I don't think they did enough in free agency to improve that roster. They brought back Ryan Tannehill. I don't think that's the right decision. So the Texans got a lot better. I can't say the same about Tennessee and Indianapolis. The Texans might have passed them in terms of just being a better football team. Now, be sure to subscribe to the channel and do not unsubscribe just because I'm leaving, because we're still going to get you plenty of Texans content. I introduced Toast Jeremy Chuggs the other day. He's also an H-Town native. He's really excited to be taking over the channel, so make sure that you stay subscribed. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to subscribe. Jeremy Chuggs going to do an outstanding job getting you guys even more Texans content. Going to be an exciting season. You want to stay in the loop with all Texans news and rumors, so make sure you subscribe. Jeremy Chuggs taking over during our next video. Number 3, I think the Texans are going to do exactly what the New York Jets did last year, and that is sweep the Rookie of the Year awards, right? C.J. Stroud, going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Will Anderson, Going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. You looked at last year, Sauce Gardner with the Jets. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Well, Garrett Wilson, the wide receiver, he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. C.J. Stroud is going to be phenomenal. I'm so excited to see him in this Texans offense. He looked great at minicamp. He's going to look great at training camp here in a few weeks. And then Will Anderson Jr. This guy is going to be the leader on defense, in my opinion, from day one. And, yeah, you got some other guys on defense that are going to step up, but I expect Will Anderson. He's probably going to lead the team in tackles, sacks, tackles for loss, everything. That's how good this guy is going to be. He is a wrecking ball on defense. That's what he was at Alabama. That is what he's going to be in the National Football League as well. Now, who has the better chance of winning Rookie of the Year? Type CJ for CJ Stroud or type Will for Will Anderson down in the comments section. Go down, let me know. Is it Will or is it CJ? Who's got the better chance of winning Rookie of the Year? Quite frankly, I think both guys are going to win Rookie of the Year. Let's talk about the rushing offense because I think this Texans rushing offense is going to finish top 10 in the league. You got Dameon Pierce. All the tools are there for him to have a breakout season in year 2. You signed Devin Singletary in free agency. I really like this running back room right now. I think Pierce, when you look at him as a playmaker, is just going to be doing a little bit of everything here for the Texans this upcoming season after an impressive rookie year. And then Devin Singletary, that was one of the better free agency pickups that the Texans had. Taking a look at what these guys did last year. So Devin Singletary, he went for 800 yards. Dameon Pierce went for over 900 yards. Singletary had 6 touchdowns. Pierce had 5. Pierce only played in 13 games. Had he played a full season, he easily would have gone over 1,000 yards. I think this Texans run game is going to be sneaky good. I don't think the Texans are going to be talked about as a team before the season that's really going to do well on the ground. But Dameon Pierce and Devin Singletary, that has the potential to be a two-headed monster in this division. Number 5, John Metchie. Yes, John Metchie is going to be the leading receiver on this team, going to finish the season as the receiving yards leader. He, of course, was diagnosed with cancer last year, missed his entire rookie season. It's been awesome to see his recovery. He's back healthy. He is going to make his NFL debut here in a couple of weeks. Taking a look at the numbers, the last time we saw Metchie III on a football field, it was his last year at the University of Alabama, where he was fantastic. Over 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns, 96 receptions. And you know what? I see all these Alabama receivers come out in the NFL and just ball. You look at Jalen Waddle. You look at Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. John Metchie is going to be the next great Alabama receiver. Taking a look at this receiver room. Right now, 1 through 6, pretty solidified in my opinion. Nico Collins, Robert Woods, John Metchie, Noah Brown, Tank Dell, Xavier Hutchinson. Those are your top 6 guys in no particular order. So really any one of those 6 guys can, maybe kind of break out this year and really put up big numbers for Houston. But I think John Metchie at year's end is going to lead the Texans in receiving yards. Who do you think is going to lead the team in receiving yards? Let me know down in the comments section. I'm saying John Metchie. Who do you think? I think Nico Collins is going to be good too. I'm not saying Nico Collins is not going to be good, but I have very high hopes for John Metchie III in his first NFL season. Texans fans, thanks so much for your support of the channel. Continue to support the channel, please. When Jeremy Chucks takes over, he's going to do a phenomenal job. It's been awesome getting to cover my hometown team. I remember talking to the bosses at Chat Sports for a while about maybe relaunching our Texans channel. We did that a few months ago. It's been awesome to be your host these last couple of months. I'm so excited to see what the Texans are going to do in 2023. This has been Will Scott signing off, Texans Today.